All right, welcome. It's time for What's Up and About for a Thursday morning here. has this very interesting topic, guys. And we were talking about it from before, and I was like, if you want me to get in on that one, I'm definitely going to get into trouble today. But go ahead.
All right. I know we have discussed this several times. Not in this way, not in the way that we're about to approach it, but even Mike himself has raised certain concerns about how Nigerians can be very religious people.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, yesterday I was just having a random thought, and this thought just crossed my mind. If poverty wasn't an issue in Nigeria, do you think, let's bring it back to Nigeria now and Africa as a whole, because we are known to be the most religious people in the world. Do you think we would be so committed
To God.
or dedicated? Do you think we'd be so religious if poverty wasn't an issue in
Let's ask
in
the
Africa?
altar
Why are you
boy.
asking me?
Yeah, the altar boy.
Why are you asking me?
Altar boy, go, say, talk.
Well, would you know until poverty is not an issue? Would you be very sure? And the only way that you find out is when Nigerians leave the shores of the country and go to foreign lands. How do they relate with their creator? Is it the same way that it happens here? Definitely no. Definitely no. It's not the same way. It's not the same way. I mean, when you look at, I've said this severally, but when you look at what we pray about, or when you look at what those
What do
things
we
are not
pray
an
about as
issue.
Nigerians mainly or mostly? What is it we pray about?
When you look at,
Demons.
Eh?
Demons.
Enemies,
I mean,
Enemies.
ancestral curses.
I thought it was a different thing, actually.
It's
If you
funny
ask
enough,
me,
that's what-
That is the first prayer point.
so
Then
Nigerians
go
are very
is
concerned about
need-driven.
protection, but the most concern that they
Provision.
have is prosperity.
Provision.
That's why
Prosperity.
churches are
And
the
actually
first
on the
one
rise
is
right now.
demon.
Provision.
Are preaching
Demon.
Prosperity.
So you find out it's a church business, and here I go now, I'm going to get into trouble. That's why churches are thriving, because they know that there's the need for people to want to have more, to want to need more, and it's wealth, wealth, wealth. And the truth is, you're closer to God. This is from a book. I'm not the one who said this. When you need something, it's the reason why God will not give you everything, just so that He keeps you here, because He loves you that much. And
this
he
is
knows that He
according to
gives you
some
everything.
people.
Exactly.
According, because I don't know where you.
Exactly. You know,
But I
this
get where you're coming from, and I don't get it at the same time.
Well, I'll come back to that. You were about to say.
Yeah, this actually, everything you just said now just brings to mind this song. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that
Okay, I've never heard
old-time
about it,
religion.
so-
You've not heard it
No,
before?
I haven't.
Why should you have heard about it? You know, this also remember when there's a video of the developer in the building that
Collapsed.
crashed, and how there was a prayer session.
Yeah.
And I was talking to someone, I was like, okay, I was talking to someone who did something wrong, very terrible character, and this person is always praying. And I just said, I showed her the video and said, look at this. They prayed on that building. Prayer doesn't do what is meant for you to do. After all of that, I mean, come on.
What happens still happens.
What happens next? And we have to get to a point as a country where we have to step on the brakes.
Yeah.
The bricks of
Bricks of
religion
what exactly?
or
Of everything we're doing.
Yeah, religion.
Because, let me tell you, my doubt about what we practice here, the religion of Christianity, this country, it played a very big part in me having doubts in the way we practice religion. You understand? Because someone says that madness is, a definition of madness is doing the same things and expecting different results. This country is what now? 60. How many years are we? We're 61.
60 plus, yeah.
We're going into 62. From the inception of this country, we have consistently prayed for this country. I remember when I told you guys about a cutout of a particular church. In the 1980s, that was about 30,000. They were praying. The country was bad then. They were praying for God to intercede in the country. That church today is in the millions, in the tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions worldwide.
And they're still praying for the country.
And they are still praying for the country.
Winfrey is just in the corner smiling,
No,
not saying
I'm
too
just
much.
trying to process. And I think we've taken this conversation and we've actually attacked it from different angles. So I'm just trying to collate my thoughts, to be honest. And yeah, so back to the question, right? Will Nigerians be so religious if we were more prosperous? To be honest, I don't think so. Because most of our religiousness is need-driven. Because a lot of people, as Mike rightly said, I mean, we go to church, we're praying for needs to be met and prosperity and all of that kind of thing, right? But to be very, very honest, it is what it is in the end.
Yeah, so
is.
Mike actually said
It is what
something,
it is.
It is what it is.
I can resonate with it when it comes to when Nigerians or when Africans travel outside of the country.
Are they the same?
Where are they the same? Do they still pray as much as they do here? I don't have any statistics to back that up, so I can't say, oh yes, they do or they do not. But one thing I know for sure is people always want something to believe in.
Yeah.
We are constantly looking at. We always, we just want to believe in something.
I want to jump on
whether
that and say
it's
this.
in a human form or in an idol or date or whatever. People just need something.
I want to jump on that and say this.
Believe in.
It's not a bad thing to need or to lack something and want God in turn. I think it's a process that God has put in place. In fact. So it's
keep
okay
us wanting Him.
to keep you want. Yes, because the heart of man is treacherous, and if you give him all, it's a bottomless pit. The human need is just
It's
deep. You just
insatiable.
It's insatiable.
That's
exactly.
the thing. I don't think there's what is everything that you want to give someone that is okay, fine, this is everything I've got.
Adam and
There's no
Eve,
such thing as
That's
that.
not-
according to the book, Adam and Eve had everything.
They did, and they wanted more. They wanted
Exactly,
to.
that's what I'm saying. So like,
So
wanted to
let's
be-
be like
you can't
Solomon.
quantify it.
Keep asking for wisdom.
Wow.
This
Okay.
one will just follow.
Ask for wisdom. No. She has a point. Ask for wisdom, and wisdom is what we bring here on Wake Up. That was a rubbish segment.
If you say so
Yeah, we have to go now, people. Stay with us. We'll be right back.